Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans. Last time we found a expensive, expensive, but I guess I should say an easy but expensive way to completely circumvent coalitions completely. And right now I'm kind of tempted to actually go ahead and next these to simply get yet another, or Georgia as well for that matter, simply to get another, small countries that I can, or countries that I can release. And we'll have to wait 5 years before we can annex these guys again. These two Neapolitans will probably switch to us without any fuzz. And that is, of course, good. When you're thinking about things in that manner, I should probably aim at getting some more one province miners that I can release every now and then, just to, speed up the process. The Portuguese rebels, as you know, I'll simply agree to their terms. I don't care too much about those 10 points of prestige. There's a little bit of a... It will help the military, but right now I don't think that little boost to prestige, not prestige, prestige will have too much to say. I can also have another vassal, and that vassal will probably be, as you know, Burgundy here. So, what I think we are going to do right now is wait with the vassalization of Northumberland a while. We'll just take this one from England, and then we'll fight another war against France and England, and hopefully get these 5, or the Ton of Nations 7, I believe it was, that we released back under our wing, so to speak. And then we'll start aiming at vassalizing Northumberland and everyone, because I'm pretty sure that if I just take this single province here, I should be, or we should be, pretty much safe to not have anyone come and demand my head, as it were. Basically, we'll try and still circumvent coalitions more or less completely. So, I'll sell these lands to Naples. I might keep this one just for the casus belli, or just for the sake of the casus belli. We'll have to see. But for now, as of now, we should be fine. Just trying to sell as much as possible. We'll decline alliances. I did a very stupid thing with Algiers. I might actually have to sort that out sooner or later. But what I'll be doing now is once again getting my troops back into the units that they're supposed to be. Right now, they're not. There are supposed to be 20k units all around. So I'll sort out that issue, and then we'll prepare an invasion of England. We'll see how it goes. A little bit of a surprise here. I did not actually realize that these guys were still at war with people, but apparently I don't inherit the wars that they started, so to speak. So that's at least fair, but for now, I guess we'll still continue with the defensive ideas here. I'll also transport quite a bit of troops to England. I'll probably transfer 40,000 to England and 18 or 19. I'll completely fix the armies later, but it will actually take about a year to simply get my troops into position after this. So I might actually go to the steps of building another transport fleet, and that would, of course, most likely be very beneficial for me. What we'll be doing, however, is most likely take these 2 units both to England. When it comes to how many troops these guys can actually rise up, it's not really that dangerous. What's the problem here is Denmark, Switzerland, Aragon, Utrecht are not really that scary. I'll also place troops, of course, in Flanders, simply so I can take Calais. The only goal we have in this war is Calais, so it shouldn't actually be that difficult. The only problem here is perhaps the fact that it seems that the Venetians might take some land from Styria, and that is, of course, not a no matter how we look at it, that is not a good thing, because Styria is my vassal now after that last war, so hopefully I'd be able to keep that going. As you can see, we also have the military access now from Flanders, so I can create Burgundy as a vassal, and I'll probably also forcefully vassalize these guys sooner rather than later. I do, of course, need a border with them to use the Holy War, but we're getting there slowly but surely. I will not be converting Salento, and that is because I want to keep it for the time being. No idea how long, but I will keep it for the Holy War casus belli on Naples. That will most likely be using pretty soon. We'll accept that Knight is moving troops to our through our lands, but hopefully we can pull this off. I'll also, of course, very soon be attacking Austria. My apologies here. As you can see, it seems like Austria got 1 back, Venice took 1, so I might actually aim at taking these provinces here and call them myself, probably Istria as well. We'll have to see. We'll definitely be fighting Austria pretty soon. And we'll end up in a war with England right about very soon too. So as I said, we'll be aiming at taking Greek Patriots have risen up in Corfu. So yeah, I'll have to transport my fleet there, and then we'll deal with the Greek Patriots. Hopefully before the is, or the core construction is halted, but we'll have to see. Shouldn't take that long to transport these guys to England. So I'll make that work, and then we'll decide on what to do here. Once again, we can take some diplomatic ideas. I'm a little bit unsure if we really want to. We can keep a lot of power saved, but considering that our war exhaustion will be annoying to deal with, I think this is a good idea to take. And also, we'll get a little bit of an income boost. Wow. A little bit of an income boost here with the law code of Suleiman. It gives a national tax modifier of less than 7%. And of course, the war exhaustion cost is minus 33% as well. So all in all, that is a favorable change. I believe it's down to about 50 now or something like that. So it's not really that expensive. It is slightly above annexing a one province minor. So we need 200 diplomacy points for them. So I should 280 close to 300. So I should probably have kept that in my mind when I did this, but unfortunately I didn't, and I guess now I'm to pay for it. Let's see, can I actually get... Yeah, I can get military access with these guys. I don't actually have to send my navy to solve this problem. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we deal with this. But very soon now we are to declare war on the English, and with that, I think we should be able to take Calais without too much fuss here. Apparently we are protecting Friesland because of the fact that those annoying little peasant rebels rose up in the province where we had our army stationed. So nothing I can do about that, but a little bit of a bonus there to the Flanders for actually being nice and helping me here. As you see, Denmark, Switzerland, Aragon, Utrecht. Aragon not really a threat. Still kind of tempting to actually just take Barcelona. Once again, I want to keep the aggressive expansion very low in this war. Calais is the only target. We'll deal with England afterwards, France and England and Austria. Probably not get too much aggressive expansion during these wars because of the simple fact that I'll be handing provinces mostly back to my vassals. And as such, in 5 years' time or after next war, then we'll start really pouncing in England. I really should have come up with this idea or tactic of completely circumventing the aggressive expansion far earlier. It's my bad for not doing so. Because of the simple fact that by completely circumventing the aggressive expansion, we are basically here ready to or able to make things work very much to our advantage. I'll also, of course, go now and try and find the English army, simply destroy it from the get-go. This should give me basically that should give me a fairly huge advantage. They have about 30,000 men alone. Then we have Denmark, Hesse, Switzerland, Aragon, Utrecht. So Hesse is actually in a union with whom? Union with Denmark. So Denmark is actually eating their way slowly but surely into the Holy Roman Empire. That is kind of an interesting note here. Also, apparently there are some 9,000 of the English 20,000 men are down here. So we don't really have to worry about that. So I think we'll just go for a complete search here, and then we'll spread these guys out in 5,000 men units and, well, start the sieges, as it were. I will get the manpower bonus, I believe. I have no idea, but it seems like they made some changes to it so it doesn't last as long, because I have been in wars with different people, I guess I should say, and the manpower bonus hasn't really lasted for the complete duration of the war. But positively here, no Englishmen in main England, if that makes any sense. So that is of course good. That means that sieging we're basically done with this war. All that we have to do now is wait for our sieges to finish up. Shouldn't take that long. And then we have what we want here. Unfortunately, my navy got caught up here. Not really beneficial at all. But what I will do is move these guys to the front, or halfway to the front. I know Denmark will most likely march their forces through the lands here. So hopefully I can, to some extent, make this work. But for now, I'll just allow sieges to finish, and I won't babble while it does so. Be right back. The Danes actually brought more men than I thought they would here. They have, well, about 50,000. That is far more than I anticipated. The Swiss has 12,000. Once again, far more than I anticipated. England, on the other hand, is almost completely sieged, although, well, more or less as anticipated. And hopefully I can just, well, do a war of attrition here and win that way. I have no idea if we can actually pull a victory out of the hat here. I'm kind of limited on when it comes to the movements of my troops. I do have one thing that I want to do though, and that is, of course, fix this. I have military access with Naples, Flanders, Epirus of all places. So I'll be cancelling them, so I don't actually sacrifice any diplomacy power on that. Also, the truces with my well, tiny nations are about up. So I guess we'll fight England now, wait for those truces to run up, annex every single one of them. And then I guess we will go on France and Austria. That should be fairly interesting. France is allied with Denmark, so we are basically here destroy one of the biggest allies right from the get-go. That is, of course, very much beneficial. When it comes to the course of Guyenne, I believe that will... How they lost their course? Yeah, it seems like Guyenne actually lost all their course here. What kind of sorcery is this? So, Guyenne actually lost every single core that they had in this area, and as such, annexing the vassals is definitely the way to go, because I will take a lot of aggressive expansion for this. But we do need quite a bit of peace. It costs 30% to just take that, so it's fairly expensive. But for now, we'll just keep the war going, and then we'll see what we'll do. I believe the war is over. We have enough wars to go ahead, get what we want, and we'll of course just take that. In order to completely circumvent coalitions arranging or rising from that, we'll just go here, create vassal, Burgundy. Boom. There we have them. We have a Burgundy in play here. And I'll of course just send someone to improve relations straight away. Burgundy should have quite a bit of course on the... well, they do have a ton of course, both on Austrian and... No, that's actually Netherlands still. So, what would be more fair than just declare war on the Netherlands? It would be the simplest thing to do, and also we would get Austria on our necks. So all in all, it would be a win-win-win situation, if such a thing exists. I guess I will go ahead now and just get my troops back to Europe. I will keep about 20,000 men here in this area, of course. But we'll get our troops now to yeah, I'll keep these troops here, but I'll get the rest to France so that we can prepare for a war against them, and that should work out fairly well. I'm not actually fabricating any claims here, so they are of noble blood. Doesn't really matter to me. So let's get this started and let us prepare for that second war. I guess we can just sail up there and embark. I'm a little bit unsure if I should actually go ahead and fetch the English troops. I'm pretty sure there won't actually be any revolts or anything, so I might actually just go ahead and bring them down to France as well. 80,000 troops to kick their asses should be fairly enough. And I guess we'll also research the Admin Tech 12 Fine Arts Academy. Now I can actually build a Fine Arts Academy, and seeing as I have the money, I probably should. A Fine Arts Academy, if my memory serves me correctly, is very beneficial to your stability, because it gives you 5% less stability cost, and that is of course a fairly substantial amount. So doing that should help out a lot in that regard. I believe I also have access with Naples, and I'll also get rid of the access with these guys. I believe the truces are running out now, or very soon. So I said I would complete the defensive ideas, wouldn't I? I guess we should actually go for this one because of the fact that it improves the cannons. I think we actually have to try and focus on military tech right now. The reinforced speed would be preferable. Also the defensive or the defense bonus. But let's face it, we will not be doing too much defending. We'll most likely just be attacking ruthlessly the entire time. Yorkshire we do not want to convert, for the simple reason that we will be vassalizing Northumberland and using them as our feeder nation here. So there's no real benefit of actually going ahead and vassalizing said nation. So we will not be doing that. What we will be doing now is, of course, declare war on these guys. I need to get these guys back home. I can do that by walking through Austrian lands. I can walk through basically everyone here. But I will not. I will wait. What we will be doing, of course, as you know now in the war against France, is most likely just give Burgundy back all their lands. And I have no idea what this shit is. They lose all their cores like that. They're just gone. Every single core. Probably Styria as well. Styria actually lost a core in Tyrol as so far, even though the nation exists and owned the province. 2 years ago. I have no idea what's actually happening here, but it's pissing me off. So basically, right now, as far as I can see, it doesn't really matter what vassal I create. I simply should create whatever vassal I desire, and right now these guys are definitely something that I desire. Because in fact, it'll give me a base in Ireland, and by getting that base in Ireland, I will be able to make things work to my advantage. So, I'll do a little bit of thinking, come back to it later, but for now, we are planning wars against France, England, virtually everyone as it stands out right now. Might actually go for keeping or taking Hainaut or something, so I can feed Flanders here to Burgundy. We'll have to see. Unfortunately, it seems like vassal feeding has, to some extent, met its end here. I have no idea why this is happening. Probably because they are Muslim nations, but even so, Syria isn't, and they lost the core on Trent. So I don't know what's happening. Well, I'll figure it out until next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.